Hello, I'm Dr. Vanita Rattan. I'm a doctor but also a cosmetic formulator specifically for skin of colour. So today's video is a really important one, and I wish someone had made this video for me when I got married, because I made all the skincare mistakes and I wanted to make sure you avoid them. So today I'm going to be giving you the 6-month plan of what you need to be doing in the 6-month run-up to your wedding for your skin. I'm going to tell you the top mistakes that get made, the specific routine, and the aim here really is to give you supple, hydrated skin. I want you to have healthy skin. I want to minimize pores and stimulate collagen. If you have any other underlying skin conditions such as eczema or acne, we also want to try and get that under control as much as possible for your big day. Don't forget, I am in the comment section for 1 hour at the launch of every single YouTube video. So when you subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know you can come and ask me questions. Also, if you haven't got your hands on a copy of Skin Revolution, please do. It's a book that I've written, published by HarperCollins, available on Amazon, and I go into a lot of detail when it comes to skincare. You can also follow me on Instagram. I've got 2 accounts, Dr. Vanita Rattan and Skincare by Dr. V, and also on TikTok. If you do want to document your skincare journey and you want to do it in a safe space, do join our private Facebook group called Dr. V Sock Family. It's a great place if you want to upload photos and you want to discuss your own skincare issues in an intimate group where actually everybody is sharing their own skincare journey. So 6 months before your wedding, this is the time that if you haven't started your vitamin A and vitamin C and you've never used it before in your life, now is the time to start. So vitamin A is a multi-benefit ingredient. So it helps with hyperpigmentation, it helps with acne, it helps with anti-aging. And what it does, it just increases cell turnover. So cells come to the surface faster. So you have younger, juicier, plumper skin cells at the surface. And so there are various forms of vitamin A. You can start off with retinol, which is the most popular. I tend to recommend 0.1% to 0.5%. So you're getting maximum benefit, but without the irritation. And actually my favorite form of vitamin A is actually retinaldehyde. Retinaldehyde works 11 times faster than retinol, but with 0% reaction. And so I recommend about 0.1% retinaldehyde. However, it is more expensive than retinol, so that's something to bear in mind. Now, when it comes to vitamin C, again, there are different forms of vitamin C. We've got ascorbic acid, which is the most popular, but it oxidizes quickly. And there's some chemical exfoliation that happens with it because it has a low pH, and I wouldn't want you to use that daily. The forms that I prefer would be sodium ascorbyl phosphate and tetrahexyldecyl-ascorbate. Tetrahexyldecyl-ascorbate in particular is fat soluble, so it penetrates into the dermis to stimulate collagen, which is why it's my favorite form of vitamin C. So how vitamin C works, what are the benefits? So first of all, it mops up free radicals, so it helps with collagen. It also helps with hyperpigmentation and it brightens the skin. So again, it's a multi-prong ingredient. My favorite ones with vitamin A and C, I love Paula's Choice Antioxidant Serum. And don't forget, they've used it in combination and it's airless packaging. So that's very important because vitamin A and C are both antioxidants. They oxidize in oxygen. So you want to make sure it's in airless packaging. The next product, vitamin C product I like is First Aid Vitamin C Brightening Serum. Again, it's fragrance free and in airless packaging. If you want a product with your retinol, your retinaldehyde, and your vitamin C, and your vitamin E, and your coenzyme Q10, then we have made your antioxidant power serum. So this is the antioxidant power serum. It's what I use every night, and it's got all the antioxidants in it. So this is what it looks like on the hand. It's a gel, and it just glides onto the face. Later on today, I'm actually going to be making a video on how to dermaroll with antioxidant serum in case you have fine lines. Now, to look for airless packaging, you want to look at the bottom. There should have a hole at the bottom. So every time you pump, you're literally pumping the oxygen out. And so you're creating a vacuum almost inside. If at this point you have never worn a sunscreen or you only wear it in the summertime, now really is the time to start. because when sunlight hits your face, you also have UVA and UVB rays. UVB rays lead to burning, which rarely happens in skin of color. However, UVA rays are invisible and they lead to aging and cancer. So this means you want a broad spectrum SPF 50. I tend to prefer a mineral sunscreen over a chemical sunscreen because zinc oxide is anti-inflammatory. Plus, zinc oxide doesn't enter the bloodstream, whereas chemical sunscreens do. Also enters urine and breast milk. There is, right now we don't have any long-term data on that. It might be absolutely fine, but I just tend to prefer mineral sunscreens. So this is the one that I've made for skin of color. So it's called Inzincable. I'm sure most of you have heard about it and seen it, but it's specifically for skin of color and it gives you no white cast, which is important. And it's actually very difficult to formulate a sunscreen that has zinc oxide but without a white cast. So just to show you what it looks like, and I'm wearing it under my makeup. It works as a really great primer. Now, 5 months before your wedding, at this point your skin should have acclimatized to the vitamin A and vitamin C. Now is the time to learn how to cleanse your skin properly using double cleansing, how to hydrate the skin, how to stimulate collagen, and how to minimize pores. Okay, so with the double cleanse, if you have normal to dry skin, you want to start off with an oil melting cleanser first. That will melt away your makeup and your sunscreen, so oil-based products on the skin, followed by your Micellar Gel Wash that will remove any remaining dirt on the skin. That is your double cleanse. So my favorite oil melting cleansers on the market right now that are fragrance free is number 1 is Paula's Perfect Cleansing Oil. I really like the DHC oil cleanser too. If you're concerned about hyperpigmentation, then I have the Dr. V oil melting cleanser too. With your Micellar Gel Wash, I really like the simple Micellar Gel Wash. Alternatively, again, if hyperpigmentation is something that concerns you, then you can use the Dr. V Micellar Gel Wash. So this is our double cleanser. And this unit is great for anti-aging and anti-hyperpigmentation for skin of color. Moving on to hydration. So the key actives for hydration are your humectant, so something like sodium hyaluronate or glycerin. You also want ceramides. Those are delicious fats that we actually have less of, skin of color have less of than Caucasian skin, which is why our skin tends to get drier and duller quicker. So we really want to incorporate ceramides into our skincare. And the other ingredient category I love are peptides. Peptides are great for stimulating collagen, but they also hydrate the skin. So it's another ingredient with multi benefits. The thing to be aware of really with peptides are that they are unstable. And so again, peptides you want to make sure are in an airless packaging. So I like Proteini from Drunk Elephant. If you're looking for a moisturizer, a fatty moisturizer with your ceramides, peptides and glycerin all in one product, we did make Cera-Pep Brightening Moisturiser for you. It's also got niacinamide in there, which is great for strengthening the skin barrier. The next step is to stimulate collagen. Now, the best way to do this really is internally. So when you consume collagen, a collagen supplement, ideally you want to aim for 8 grams of marine collagen daily. What happens is that it's broken down in the gut into amino acids and peptides. This is then detected by the fibroblasts, the cells that produce collagen, and it stimulates your fibroblasts to produce more collagen, and the amino acids are there ready to make the collagen. So within 2 weeks, you start to see an improvement in the hydration levels of your skin. But then 12 weeks later is when you start to see improvement in fine lines, hair, skin, nails, and joints. So I made Dr. V Collagen Boost specifically for skin of color. I put in all of the vitamins you need for your recommended daily allowance, including vitamin D. So if you have skin of color and live in the West, it's likely that your vitamin D levels are lower. This affects mood and leads to bone pain as well. Obviously, you don't have to use this collagen boost. Any collagen supplement is fine as long as it's 8 grams of marine collagen. So make sure you look at the information at the back. Later on today, I'm actually filming a video on best and worst collagens on the market, and I'll make sure I'm covering collagens from around the world, including UK, US, India, Africa, Australia. So I'm making sure that I'm trying to cover the main areas that my followers are from, so you know which ones are best for you to purchase. Moving on to 4 months before the wedding. So at this point, if you've never chemically exfoliated the skin, now is the time to try. So I prefer you start gentle. You use 5% lactic acid or 5% mandelic acid. Those are my favorite AHAs because they have larger molecular weights, which means it's hard to damage the skin barrier with them. So what we want to do, the purpose is to evenly remove the top layer of dead skin cells. And this is why I prefer chemical over physical scrubs. A physical scrub, you don't know at which point you are now removing living skin cells. And that's dangerous because now at that point you damage the skin barrier, can lead to sensitivity, which is the exact opposite of what we're trying to do. What we want to do is to brighten the skin, remove dead, dull skin cells, and we want to improve penetration of actives. If skin texture is also a problem for you, then exfoliation will help with that too. So my favorite products on the market right now are the ordinary 10% mandelic acid. I also like the Inky List lactic acid, 10%, although it might be too harsh. I do tend to prefer 5% lactic acid. If you want combined benefit of lactic plus mandelic, 5%, then I've made you Exfoliate to Glow. So Exfoliate to Glow is what I use on my face. Plus I added 7% glycerin into this, which is a humectant, so it hydrates the skin. So I'll show you what it looks like on the skin. It comes out like a clear gel, and you just rub it around the face and you wash it off, and that's it. Moving on to if you have oily, acne-prone skin. So the exfoliator you want then would be 2% salicylic acid. You're probably using it already. If not, now is definitely the time to start. The ones I like are from The Ordinary. I also like Paula's Choice 2% salicylic. It's one of the best sellers in the world. Or you can use our Trio Blemish Exfoliator, which I would say is probably more hydrating than Paula's Choice, but really have quite similar ingredients list. Right, so 3 months before the wedding, often this is when maximum stress happens. That's what I remember around my wedding time. And the problem is that when stress increases, cortisol levels increase, androgen levels increase, and so you have increased sebum production, and this can lead to breakouts. Stress also makes every skin condition you already have worse, and it ages the skin. Stress is literally the worst thing for your skin, basically. So we want to do what we can to minimize stress. Massages are great. Meditation is obviously great. And also changing other lifestyle choices. So you want to minimize alcohol, you want to sleep more. If you're smoking, ideally we want to quit or really drastically minimize, because smoking is one of the worst things for the skin. It generates free radicals, which damages your collagen. If you're eating high GI foods, including chocolate, which is obviously all of our favorite food, we want to eliminate or minimize high GI foods. We want to really go for low GI foods, because that also leads to breakouts. So your skincare routine at this point should be: in the morning, you wash your face with your Micellar Gel Wash, followed by your moisturizer, ideally with ceramides if you have skin of color. It'd be great if you could also have peptides in your moisturizer. And then your SPF 50 broad spectrum. That's the absolute basic skincare routine that you should all be having in the morning. At nighttime, you want to double cleanse to make sure you've really removed all your sunscreen and makeup from the skin and any pollution. Then you can tone. Toning is optional. I use our Hydrating Toner, mainly because I'm trying to lock in hydration into the skin before I use any actives. Then once a week, you want to chemically exfoliate. Every night you want to use your antioxidant serum, and then you want to top it off with your nice nape-safe fatty moisturizer. So you want to seal in water. If you tend to have drier skin, and so that means in the morning, if your skin feels tight or you've had air conditioning on or central heating on, you may want to add a barrier oil into your skincare routine. So something like marula oil from The Ordinary is brilliant. And all it does, it just gives you an extra layer to trap water in the skin. Now, if you have oily, acne-prone skin, your routine is slightly different. In the morning, you're going to wash your face with a salicylic acid wash, followed by a gel moisturizer, ideally with niacinamide and vitamin C in it, because those are great to wear in the morning to strengthen the skin barrier and to mop up any free radicals when UV hits the face, followed by your sunscreen. At nighttime, you wash your face again with your salicylic acid wash, followed by your exfoliators, that's your 2% salicylic acid, followed by another gel moisturiser. I tend to recommend your PM moisturiser to have tyrosinase inhibitors in it to help with any hyperpigmentation from acne. And also you ideally want azelaic acid in there to help with any red marks as well. So if you don't already know about Trio Blemish, it's a range that I created specifically for oily acne prone skin of color. So it helps you with your acne, your red marks and your brown marks. So that's your salicylic acid face wash followed by your exfoliator, your 2% salicylic acid. And I also made your AM and PM gels. So these are gel moisturizers that are non-comedogenic and contain all the actives that you need in the morning and then also in the evening. Moving up to 6 weeks before the wedding. Now this is the danger zone, to be honest, because this is the time that people start panicking and start doing things that they may never have done before. So I know this is when I tried to do a facial. So, you know, when I got married, I was pretty much out of medical school, and at medical school I was a poor medical student. I'd never had a facial before in my life, and I thought, you know, I think this is the right thing to do. People have facials before they get married. So I went and had it done. I steamed my face, I had the extractions, and it was such a mistake. It damaged my skin barrier, led to sensitivity, but I wasn't aware of what was happening with my skin. I just thought, oh, this was maybe what was supposed to happen, or maybe this was a stress related thing. And there really was not enough education when it came to skincare. And so that was a mistake that I made. I don't want you doing any facials or steaming or extractions 6 weeks before. Don't do any chemical peels, don't do any lasers. Now really is a time to hydrate the skin. So at this point, I'd incorporate 2 more things into your skincare routine: face masks. Face masks occlude the skin, so make sure you get one that's fragrance free. The 2 that I love, one is from Body Shop, aloe vera mask, and I like the simple mask as well. There are vast majority of masks are not good for the skin because they put fragrance on the skin and trap that on the skin, which is a mistake. So those 2 I really like. And then the next thing I would encourage you to do is slugging with petroleum jelly just around the eye area. And that's going to help with any fine lines, because when it comes to a wedding day, you don't want makeup getting into the creases, especially you're going to spend most of the day laughing and smiling like I did. And I got told off by my granddad for smiling quite so much on my wedding day. I think I meant to look a bit more, a little bit shyer, which I wasn't. But anyway, if you're anything like me, you are, you know, the smiling is not going to work in your favor when it comes to makeup creases. So this does help with preventing any fine lines around the eye area. Moving on to the week of the wedding. So if you are Indian, then we have a lot of functions in the run up to our wedding. I had the Sangeet, our Mendi night, cocktails. I was doing the Indian functions, and then I also had a hen, and you're also doing the English functions as well. So, and my civil, and this was all before your actual big fat Indian wedding. And so that's a lot of not sleeping. You know, drinking champagne, you know, every night for a week is not going to do you any favors on your wedding day. So I know it's not what I did, but it's what I wish I had done, was reduce alcohol consumption and make sure you sleep. Also, at this point, I would stop your retinol. So if your skin hasn't acclimatized to retinol, I'd probably stop at this point, because I don't want you to have any dryness or flaking on your wedding day when you've got, you know, you want your makeup to sit smoothly. Instead, we want to hydrate. So carry on with your masks and your slugging around the eye area. Make sure you're drinking your 2 liters of water. Green tea is excellent. It's great for your throat, but it's also a very powerful antioxidant. And actually the only professional treatment that I would want you to get really are body massages. It stimulates the vagus nerve, and it calms the body down, it de-stresses the body, and that's exactly what you need actually in the run up to your wedding. So today was a long video. So if you've got any questions, I can't wait to hear them. And massive congratulations if you are getting married. It probably was one of the scariest things I've ever done. And most exhilarating. So good luck to you, and I hope you enjoy every second. And also, just a little tip: nothing ever goes to plan, and don't stress about it. Just enjoy the time, because often, you know, one thing can go wrong and you fixate on it, and instead of thinking about the 99% of things that have gone right, you focus on that 1% of things that go wrong, which can be the food has come out at the wrong time, someone you really love hasn't showed up, you know, someone's cancelled last minute, or these things are gonna happen. Just expect them to happen. Take it in your stride and really just enjoy this magical time of your life. I can't wait to hear your comments below, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.